Hello everyone. Welcome to today's webinar on Zoho Flow. I'm Saranya. I'm very excited to walk you through how Zoho Flow can automate your sales process efficiently. So along with me, we have Sangeeta from SPIKRA and Naman from Zoho Flow. Maybe we can wait for a few more minutes so that other participants can join in. Hi Naman. Hi Sangeeta.
Hi Sharanya. Hi Nana.
Okay, I think we can get started. So before getting into the session, could you please give me a thumbs up if you are able to hear my voice clearly and if my screen is visible to you? Okay, thank you. Okay, so before diving into the session, we can have a quick poll. I wanted to understand like how many of you are familiar with tools similar to Zoho Flow. Sangeeta, can you run the flow, please? Okay, I could see how 6 members have filled the form poll. Okay. Okay. So whether like you are completely new to Zoho apps or if you're already using some other Zoho apps, definitely this session is for you. This session will definitely help you to connect all your applications seamlessly and streamline your complex workflows. And now, here's what we will be covering for the today's webinar. First, we will be having introduction to Zoho Flow, what it is and why it matters. Then we will be seeing Zoho Flow versus native integration. Then we will be having a demo on the sales process, like how to set up a sales process. Then we will be seeing some of the real world use cases, and then how Zoho Flow is different from others. And then we will be having the Q&A. So in businesses, we use multiple applications daily, like CRM, accounting tools, marketing tools, and support system, and much more. Imagine if all these apps can seamlessly communicate with each other, eliminating the need to have a manual data entry and reduces the error. That's exactly where Zoho Flow comes in. So Zoho Flow is an integration platform which helps us connect all your Zoho Flow and third-party application. It ensures that all our data stays updated across all our system, like all our departments will stay updated. Zoho Flow usually acts as a bridge which helps us automate our complex workflows without a need to write a single line of code. And now, like when you see the slide, definitely you will have a question. Like you might be wondering, like since all the Zoho apps have a native integration, then why do we need Zoho Flow? So the native integration that each application provides, it usually syncs data across all apps, but with a single module. It often lacks flexibility to check across modules. This is where Zoho Flow stands out. This Zoho Flow not only creates record and checks within a module, it usually checks across multiple modules by creating conditional workflows. And then it also helps us to create more complex workflows, like it triggers sequential actions, like when if you would like to run any drip campaigns, you can use Zoho Flow to send notification, to schedule meetings, to update your marketing list, etc. That can be done using Zoho Flow. And now let's have a quick sales demo. Like I will show you a demo on how to build a sales process flow with using Zoho Flow. So let's imagine if a prospect submits a form from website and you wanted to make sure that that person does not get lost in your system with some other records, or to avoid creating duplicate records, we can use Zoho Flow in that case, which will check the duplicacy and then create a record, and also followed by sending emails, schedule a call, etc. Okay, so now once you log into Zoho Flow, you will be seeing My Flows section under which all your flows that you have created till now will be here. To create a new flow, you can click on Create Flow button, give a meaningful name to your flow, select the folder and give a description, and then create a flow. Once you set up, you will be seeing that we have to choose from the list of triggers we have. So first, let's see what is a trigger. This is what actually kickstarts our flow. So we have six type of trigger. That is, one is app based trigger, second is schedule, third is webhook, then URL, email, RSS, autofeed. When we say app schedule, this starts a flow based on a specific event in an app. For example, if a form is submitted in Zoho form, that's an app trigger. Or else if an order is placed within a Shopify, it's an app trigger. And the third example I can say is, okay, whenever a record is created or updated within CRM, that's an app trigger. That's when app trigger can be used. Then we have schedule. So in case when we are planning to send in daily, weekly, or monthly reminders or reports to our customers or our colleagues, we can use schedule trigger. Then we have webhook. This is a real-time data update from an external app that does not have a direct integration with Zoho, but it offers an outgoing webhook. At that time, we can use webhook triggers. And then we have URL. This helps us to trigger the flow when a new data is added at the endpoint URL. And then we have an email trigger. So this gets triggered when an incoming email is received in our email box, and it extracts the data from that email and kickstarts the flow. And then we have RSS feed. This starts the workflow when an update is received via an RSS, like whenever a blog or an article is added or updated within a website, the flow gets the trigger, and we can fetch the newly created article in the website and share it to our colleagues. In our case, in our demo, like since we have a form built in Zoho Forms, let's have select the app and then select Zoho Forms. And then next, we have to add the trigger, choose the trigger. And once the trigger is set up, okay, now we have to select a connection. So let's see first what a connection is. So a connection, it acts as a bridge that allows Zoho Flow to access your data securely from the app and share it within the other apps. For example, here in our case, we are getting the data from form. So it helps us to get the data securely from Zoho form, and using via Zoho Flow, it will send it to all the application. In our case, I've already created a connection, Z forms. Let's test it if it's active. Yes, it's active. And then we have to select the form that we have created for the requirement gathering. And then we can also add filter criteria if you want one, and then save. Once a trigger is set up, then we will have to add action cards followed by decision cards. So in our use case, the first case that we have to select is whether the contact exists in CRM contacts module or not. For that, on the left panel, we have app section. Under that, we have to search Zoho CRM. Under Zoho CRM, we have to find fetch model entry, drag and drop the card, and then again we have to select a connection. This connection should be from CRM. So I have already a one connection created. Now I have to choose the module, contacts module. And to search a record, we should have a unique identifier to search the record within CRM. So in our case, let's use email as a unique identifier. And since we have already collected the email from the form, we can pass the variable from the right hand panel. So once done, select save. And now we have to check whether a contact was being fetched from the previous card or not. So to check that, under the logic section, under flow controls, we have a decision, drag and drop that. And we have to add a condition saying the previous card, does it have a contact or not. So in CRM, every record has a unique ID. So we will add that as a condition, entry ID is not empty. So it means that the card has fetched a contact and the ID has been retrieved. And now we have to see who's the contact owner for that particular contact record, because someone might have worked on that record previously. So we have to find that person. So on the app section, we can search for Zoho CRM, and we have to drag and drop the fetch user card. This card actually helps us to find who was the owner of the record. Use a connection, and we can find the user based on the contact owner field in the contacts module. Owner. So in CRM, the contact owner is actually lookup field, which is a integer value. But in a user, to fetch the user, we should have a name. So we can edit the variable as owner dot name, and then choose the user type. So for now, I'm choosing it active users, and then save. So this will help us to fetch the contact owner. Now we have to send a notification to the user that your customer, your contact has again filled a form. Please reach out to the customer once again. So under logic, under notifications, we have send email card. So from send email, you can either select from the from address. If you have any organization email address, you can select, or else if you leave it as blank, Flow will defaultly send it with this email address, no reply at zohoflow.com. And in the to address, you can select the variable from the right panel, email address of the contact owner, then you can give a subject. And also you can customize your email content like using merge field. So in this case, we can have hi, and then we can use a merge field contact owner name, and then we can add the content, the rest of the content here. And also you can add this, if you wanted to add ccc bcc address, you can add them, and also you can add a from name if you want. So I'm just adding Zoho Flow for now, and then save. And now, if in next, let's take a scenario when a contact does not exist, but we need to check whether the that customer who filled the form exists in the CRM module or not. So for that, we have to again follow the same step. So from the app section, let's search for Zoho CRM and drag and drop the fetch model entry card. And this time we have to select leads module, because now we are going to check in the leads module if the customer is there. Select the module, select the layout, and now we have to search the record based on a unique identifier. So let's pass the variable name from the right panel, and then save. Once this is done, again we have to add a decision card to see whether a lead has been fetched or not by the previous card. To do that, again we have to pass the condition as entry ID is not empty. And this means that if this condition 1 gets satisfied, it means that a lead has already been there in the system. So similarly, again, like how we sent a notification to the contact owner, again we will be sending a notification to the lead owner. We can also use a clone option to clone the same card and connect it with the second condition. And now this time it should be lead owner. And then save. And then an email notification to notify the person that the lead has submitted a form. Okay, once done, save. And now same example, if the person is neither a contact nor a lead, then it like we have to create a new lead in the system. So for that, from the app section, we can drag and drop the create model entry card. Select the connection, choose the module and the layout, and now fill on. Sorry, I think I have used the wrong card. Okay, this is the correct card, create model entry card. Choose the module, leads module, select the layout, and we can map all the necessary fields like first name, last name. Last name is a mandatory one in CRM, so last name needs to be filled in. And then email address, and maybe we can also fill the mobile number. And once all the necessary fields are filled in, you can save the card. Now we have successfully created a new model entry. Now we have to segregate the leads based on their interest they have filled in. So in the form, we have a form, like maybe I can show you the form. So in the form, we have a list of products, a list of product that we implement as a Zoho partner. So based on the forms, we will be segregating the contacts, the leads. Like if they are interested in a particular interest, they will be in a one bucket, and other with, like example, if they are interested with Zoho Sales IQ, they will be under one bucket. So let's drag and drop the decision card, and then we have to select the condition as select the product, and it should be, let's take first as Zoho CRM. So we can add multiple condition for multiple products. So we can click on this plus icon to add more conditions. So let me add one more condition, and let's choose Sales IQ. Done. Once we segregate the leads, then we have to send them a welcome email. So this welcome email, I have created a template within CRM which has a requirement gathering form inbuilt. So we can have separate templates for each product. So here in this case, from the app section again, we can drag and drop the email template card. Select the module, and it will show you the list of template that you have created within CRM. So this is my template that I have created for sending a welcome email along with the CRM requirement gathering form. Then we have to add the lead ID to whom we are sending. So it is a unique ID, as I already mentioned. So I'm passing the variable and the email address, full name. If you want, you can add CC, BCC email addresses. And as we already have the content in the CRM template, we can skip this block. And we have to add a from address. Once done, we can save. And similarly, for other condition, as I mentioned, we can clone the card and connect it with the condition, and we have to choose a respective template. Now, once a welcome email is sent, we can also schedule a call if the person has given the preferred date and time. So in this form, you could see we have a section where they can add their preferred date and time when they can jump on a call with us for a discovery call. So for that, we can schedule a call using Zoho Bookings. Drag and drop the create appointment card. Check the connection. I think it's active. Okay. Then we have to select the workspace, sales workspace, select the service. And now we have to add the appointment date that the customer has filled in the form. So from the form, we have to add the preferred date of time. And now we have to format the date like how it is in Zoho form. So in our Zoho form, the date format is, so it's a default format. Okay. Once done, apply, and then done. Okay, we have to add the customer name as well. First name, last name, similarly email address, and the phone number. So these are the mandatory ones. So unless we fill the mandatory fields, the flow will not allow us to save. And then save. Now we can clone the same card, connect it. And in Zoho Flow Builder, you could see we have an auto arrange icon, which will automatically arrange the flow in a proper manner. And then now flow is complete, and we can test it by switching on this toggle icon. Let me test this by submitting a form entry. We have to fill all the mandatory fields. So in this case, let's choose the host CRM, and the preferred date of time we can select as 25, and need to select the time as well. Maybe, okay, 9 a.m. Once you fill all the required data, you can submit. As soon as you submit, our flow gets triggered instantly. And in the history section, you could see here you could see the step by step execution of flow, like how a form entered the flow, and then how it checked each and every condition. In our case, since this lead is not in the system, it will check the contact. No, then it will check the lead. If the decision is not satisfied, it will send an email. In this case, I think the lead is already in the system, so that's why it is checking the leads module and sending a notification to the lead owner. Okay, and now okay, now we can further more expand the sales process. Like you can set up another flow to automate your code process, like automating your code process. Like say if we can have another flow, like if a lead gets converted to a deal on like if a deal is nurtured and converted to deal, and deal gets qualified on a particular stage, say proposal is requested. At that time, we can have a flow set up using which, like using a webhook trigger, we can trigger the flow, create a code within either Zoho Books or Zoho Invoice, any finance product, and then we can directly send it to the customer via, like for e-signature via Zoho Sign. We can have all the sales process covered with one or two flows. And now let's see some other real world use case. So like I have taken two real world use cases. One is customer support business. So like if in a customer support business, like if we have a form or a form website embedded in the website, so on a form submission, Zoho Flow gets triggered, and it will instantly create a ticket in Zoho Desk. So as soon as it creates a ticket, it will also send a note. It will check who is the currently available agent and assign the ticket to that person. And also we can send a notification to the agent via any collaboration app like Click, Slack, etc. And also, in if a website form is submitted against a bug, we can also directly, instead of creating a desk ticket, we can directly create a task under project so that the respective team can start working on the bug. And in case if a certificate gets closed, we can also send Zoho survey via for feedback collection via Zoho Flow. And then we have e-commerce business. So for example, if a person uses Shopify for all their online businesses, we can automate order creation from Shopify to CRM and Zoho inventory for a centralized tracking. And also we can send a real-time notification to the respective team as well. And using another flow, like whenever an order gets confirmed within Shopify, we can seamlessly we can trigger the flow and directly create an invoice either within Zoho Books or Zoho Invoice and send it to the customer. And we can have the third flow can be like whenever a payment is received inside Zoho, we can trigger the flow and update the status within Shopify as well. And now let's see what are the benefits of Zoho Flow. So like Zoho Flow actually offers very competitive pricing plan, and it helps us build smart workflows without very high cost. And the best part I personally love is like its intuitive drag and drop feature and the real time error handling. Like as I already said, it not only identifies the bug, but it also helps us to restart and resume the flow as well. So these are what I personally love about Zoho Flow. And I think that brings us to the end of the session. I know like it's only 4:30, but this brings us to the end of the session. I hope you found this webinar very useful. Maybe before jumping into the Q&A, we can run a quick poll. I would like to hear your feedback about the session. Sangeeta, could you please run the poll once? Okay, maybe if you have any questions, you can drop them in the chat session and we are happy to answer them. Okay, so we have some questions. Like one is from Prasad. Like if we do not have a Zoho ecosystem, can we connect? Yes, like as Sangeeta said, Zoho Flow offers integration with Zoho apps as well as third-party apps. But if you could be clear, like what third-party app you are looking forward, I can let them. I can tell you know, like let you know, like if it's possible or not. And I think Prasad, you wanted a demo on a work like on the triggers. Yes, we can definitely schedule a call. You can just drop an email to us at sales@spikra.com. We can schedule a demo for you. Sam has a question like, can I use Zoho Flow to generate invoices automatically? Yes, we can use Zoho Flow to generate invoices on certain triggers. Like as I mentioned, like for in the Shopify real world, in the use case, like when an order has been confirmed in Shopify, we can directly generate an invoice within Zoho or whatever tool you are using based on the integration if it's available, or using API, we can create invoices automatically and send it to the customers. Yeah, sure, Prasad. I thought, okay, it's a simple use case. Okay, in the next webinar, I will take this as a feedback. Okay, Prasad, like as I mentioned, we can have a separate call so that I can give you a walkthrough of how Zoho Flow works and how capable it is to automate our sales process. Like not only sales process, all our daily activities and all your business process, we can use Zoho Flow to automate that. Naman, could you please help me? Like, Dan has a question saying whether Zoho Flow works in kiosk and CRM. Okay, Dan, maybe I can send an email after the webinar regarding this. I will check the feasibility if Flow can connect with kiosk. Okay, for the next webinar we will keep you updated in the LinkedIn, and also if you're planning to run some more Zoho Flow webinars, we will send emails to all the participants who have joined today to keep you updated on the next webinars. Thank you everyone. Okay, I think that's all. I think no one has a question. Then I think we can wind up. Thank you everyone for your time on this 14th February. Thank you everyone.